Weight granulation is the most widely used granulation process for the formulations like tablets and capsules and many more. And scale up for the weight granulation is very important, critical, and the professionals need to understand that. I welcome all the viewers to this video, and let's start with some introduction. Scale up means increasing the batch size. So the weight granulation process is developed in the lab and then it is taken to the commercial manufacturing area. So scaling up weight granulation from the lab to pilot and then from pilot to the commercial scale is one of the most important critical process development stage. It involves complex steps in the development of formulations like tablets, capsules, granules, sachets, and some others. So, understanding the science, equipment differences, similarities, process parameters become very much important to ensure consistent product quality across different scales. So, weight granulation scale up from the R&D to manufacturing and why it is critical. As we know that lab scale batches are small batches, typically 100 to 1000 gram, sometimes around 2 to 3 kg. So these batches behave differently when these are in the R&D and when these go from R&D or lab scale to the commercial scale. Generally commercial scale batches are around 100 kg to 1000 kg depending on the tablet weight. Equipment geometry, impeller design, spray dynamics, binder addition rate by manual or by pump, heat transfer and mass effect is different at different scales. So without proper scale up strategies, there will be a risk. And risk is for the poor granule quality, batch failure, compression issues, regulatory setbacks, and problems for the drug product CQAs. Key parameters in the weight granulation scale up. There are different parameters and we will go through those parameters one by one. First is impeller and chopper speed. Generally, chopper speed is constant and scale up is not applied to the chopper speed. Impeller speed is important. Scale up using tip speed or fraud number is required to maintain the shear intensity. Too high will lead to over densification. Too low can lead to poor granule formation. Binder addition rate is another parameter. It is required to be finalized and optimized to maintain the spray rate or binder addition rate per unit mass or per surface area. So generally per unit time is required. Ensure the uniform weighting without overweighting. The binder addition rate should be such that local overweighting should not happen and uniform weighting should happen. Binder solution properties like concentration and viscosity must be consistent. Use the same solid contents across the scales. So there should not be any change in the solid content. Granulation endpoint detection. Use torque, power consumption or real time or pack tools for detecting the endpoint. Avoid the reliance solely on the granulation time. Granule moisture content. Generally it is called as LOD. Moisture must be optimized for uniform drying and compression suitability. Use LOD technique, loss on drying or Karl-Fischer methods for determining the granule moisture content or LOD. It will be different for different formulations. It will be different for the formulations which are made by aqueous granulation, hydroalcoholic granulation or organic solvent based granulations. Drying parameters ensure comparable drying rate, airflow and bed depth. Use fluid bed scale up principles, maintain the drying profile consistency. If you over dry the material, then there are chances that assay will go beyond the limit. If you under dry the material, then sticking picking problem may happen during compression. Over drying also may lead to capping tendency in the tablet formulation. Granule size distribution, so monitor using the sieve analysis. Adjust the chopper speed or weight meshing time to achieve the target distribution. So binder addition time, binder addition rate, impeller speed, granulation time, chopper, chopper speed, kneading time becomes very much important. Scale up tools and models are there. Prod number, it is calculated by impeller for impeller T speed, impeller diameter. There is a calculation, but know that always you cannot do scale up by prod number, but understanding should be there so that we can maintain the parameters for the scale up batch, which can lead to the formation of good granules, and the batch should get compressed, or the granules or blend should get filled into the capsules. As per my experience and understanding, always the scale up tools cannot work as such. These are the guiding principles you can use, but we should have good idea and understanding about the scale up parameters. Some parameters are scale dependent, some parameters are scale independent. So we should understand our formulation, and based on that we should go ahead. Dimensionless ratios are also used, like tube speed, shear rate, spray area to mass ratio. Always you will get good idea and information and knowledge for performing the scale up batches by these scale up tools and the models. Process analytical technology, PAT technology can be used, and NIR, Raman torque sensors can help to monitor the granulation endpoint in the real time. Now coming to the best practices in wet granulation scale up. Always conduct a risk assessment through QBD approach, identify the CPPs, critical process parameters, and CQAs, critical quality attributes for the granulation. Use DOE to understand how granulation parameters interact at scale. Scale up stages, lab to pilot and pilot to exhibit, then exhibit to commercial. So depending on your tablet weight, depending on the equipment capacities, you can do scale up. It is always better to perform some optimization batches for finalizing the parameters for scale up, like binder addition time, binder addition rate, total granulation time, kneading time, and LOD, or moisture content of the granules. Then document everything. We should make the batches and document the parameters. Then replicate shear environment. Even with different impeller designs or bowl geometrics, we should try to replicate the batches. So this was the information for wet granulation scale up. You can comment and you can mail me if you have any questions and queries. I will try to help you to answer. Thank you for watching the video.